let me quickly invite our next speaker. Our next speaker. So, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the person I'm about to bring to you, we all know him as the doctor of PV, the man that I said lay his hand on the plow and did not look back. I would say that he has produced 3 team managers, not 3, he has 5 team managers because he's a senior manager, and also his son is also a team manager. In the last Success Summit, I know he has 3 team managers on that stage. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about no other person, one man that has won several cars. The Florida City giveaway cars, he collected both the normal car, both the Venza, the Camry and the Venza, he collected both. He also got a house in the 10th anniversary. Ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not busy, help me put your hands together for no other, the doctor of PV himself. I'm talking about Mr. Cyril Mgba Mary. Is that how I taught you to receive my guest? Is that how I said you should receive my guest? Is that the agreement we had? Our agreement was that you give him a standing. Please, can we all be upstanding and celebrate this amazing man for the next 15 minutes? And please keep your question because we're going to attend to a lot. Please put your hands together one more time, ladies and gentlemen.
PBO, please sit. Please sit. PBO, PBO. We P1 group. We P1 group. We P1 group. Well, you all know my stories. But I will have to say it because some people migrated to attend this visionary speaks. Am I right? Yes. I started from the background of poverty. You know, a family of 6. My lovely wife and I, and 4 kids. You know, out of poverty, we are living in a very dirty environment. We are paying 100,000 then, but even the 100,000 sometimes will default in paying. But before then, not as if I was indolent, I was actually writing proposals for big men to sponsor my proposals, you know, like export of charcoal and all that. And I got some people really. But before you circle out a business, the 20% that was due to me would have been, you know, I was in this place. You need to see where we are living, two-room apartment beside the canal. You will see snake-infested place. The only thing I enjoyed there was the plantain that was always ripe, you know, and the snails, you know, that was always flooding the whole place. So each time rain fell, it would swamp into our place. And a pot of soup will follow and tumbled inside water. You know, I'll go to church and ask for, after the evening mass, I will ask people, can you borrow me a 1,000 naira? Do not pay back, because I was actually attending evening masses. I will now get home, ask my wife at that very midnight, he will now start scampering for food with that amount. So it was so bad, poverty, you know. It's a life story. Most of the people here, my success lines, know about what I'm talking about. So, but one day, I was heading to Ikeja. I entered one vehicle, you know, I was actually returning. I met some, people who were talking about this business opportunity, this great business called Pwan. They were talking how, what they experienced in the seminar they went through at our office at Ikeja. My heart was pounding. After that, they lighted from the vehicle. I followed suit. Thank God that day I was having enough money. I was having enough money to now continue after the termination of the one I had paid. Eventually, I asked questions. They told me, and you must learn something from this story I'm talking about. You must be smart. Those people went, about 3 of them went to that seminar without grabbing all the land. If they had grabbed all the land, they would have known one of them would have caught a big shark, not even fish. Am I right? None of them told me that after this, if you go there, contact me on this line so that we can talk on how I'm going to recruit you. None, but they told me the story. So I went to Ikeja, listening to what was happening. A lady that presented that seminar was fantastic. He was talking about partner and consultant. Partner, 37,650, while consultant, 1,650. I now resolved to go through the 37,650 because of all the incentives enumerated or talked alongside that. So, but where is the 37,650? Wasn't readily available. It took me about 3 weeks to now assemble 37,650. So now I went back to Ikeja and signed up. They asked me, who introduced you to this place? I said, nobody. Yes, they signed me up. But one thing, I wanted to maintain my integrity. So that was November. If you see, since then, I laminated this 27th November 2015. Yes. So, but I didn't start off the work. I said, let me settle with all the people I've gotten their money for export and all that. Eventually, I was done by April 2016. And I laid my hand on the plow and did not look back ever since then. Today, we all know the teaching period. We all know that what we do is recruitment and sales. I embrace, because I haven't done any network before then, We were all, thank God today, all the new PBOs, every seminar, every place are littered with seminar places. Am I right? We were all traveling from that place, from the mainland to island, to attend seminars. So what am I talking about? Determination. Because something was chasing me. So if you must succeed in this business, you must be determined to do the business. You must be hardworking. You must be consistent. And you must be positive. So I started off. So during those days, 1,650, I was recruiting like mad. I was recruiting. Each time, during the time of goodie bags, sometimes I would carry 3 goodie bags. I was always going to the stage. Because I look at our compensation plan. Are you all, if you want to do this business well, whether your ambition or your dream is to become an affiliate managing director or that, first of all, look at your compensation plan. Do you understand what I mean? Being assistant manager, from assistant manager to a manager, from manager to senior manager, from senior manager to sapphire manager, from sapphire manager to emerald manager and diamond manager. I resolved within myself that is where I am heading to. And it has not changed. Today in my lineage, ask them, most of them are here, the way I talk to them, even at 12 midnight. In my lineage at 3 level, I have built over 15 team managers. 15 as of today. My wife is a team manager. You saw my son last success for me. He won 2 Android phones and became a team manager. The one following him is assistant manager today. It's a family business, and I must do it. In this business, you have to start gradually, and grow with it. But you must always work hand in hand with your team. Am I right? That is how to grow. That is how to grow. Our compensation plan is so fantastic that we will not see any multi-billion organization in Nigeria, if not even Africa, that will hit and say they go beyond us. Because people who work, we have had testimonies, even a man seated by my left side, how he, worked in the civil service for 35 years. We all saw that testimony. And the other one, 15. But being in Pwan, he struck a deal. Mind-blowing deal. Am I right? He closed a deal of over 600 million in buy to sell. Can you wave your hand, sir? Wave your hand, please. So what am I talking about? This is what you gain. What we are doing in P1 is testimonies. You don't have to hide your testimonies. If you don't have testimonies, you say my testimony, you say GMD's testimonies, you say other ones, people's testimony. So towards our compensation plan, you must work towards it. You all know, I am today a senior manager. Most of us there are senior managers, Before you go to the next level, you must build your PVs. Am I right? You must build up to 100,000 PVs within your 5 levels. So you must do it. It is now you must have to start doing it. Even though we encourage recruitment, but you should be wise. You should equally sell florist cities in order to build PVs. Because right now, they are the only ones giving out PVs. Am I right? Yes. Otherwise, you won't go beyond a certain level. You all know our slide. You have been seeing it. And to become a diamond manager, you must have built 2,500,000 PV. Apart from all the incentives, you will equally be getting 30 million when you multiply it with 12 naira. Am I right? So you must have to recruit. You must have to work towards all these things. So our compensation plan is so wonderful. Amazing. Yes, you must go towards it. So today, they said I have won 3 cars. The Venza you see down there is the 3rd car. I've got it from P1. I've traveled to Dubai, to Kigali. You know, today I have over 50 plots of land cut across my, you know. This is a man that was living in abject poverty. So when you are doing this, you don't have to be great to get started. You have to get started to be great. And you must find somebody to hold your hand. There is no competition here. You have to have somebody to hold your hand. You know, ask for help, not because you are weak, but because you want to become stronger. And ask for help. Do not stop until you get it. So find somebody to hold your hand. And there are people here you should talk to that will direct you aright. How you must grow the business. You know. So P1 business opportunity is so great that if you embrace it, do not look at any other thing. Do you get what I mean? Yes. And recruitment must be your key. Because when you recruit, a lot will be embarrassing you. And when you become a senior manager, when you become a diamond manager, there is no how you will be going home only with anything less than 30 to 50 million, whether devil wants it or not. Yes. Go and do the calculation. Indirect commissions. So you must work towards all these things. That is what I have resolved. I've been approached, you know, by so many managing directors. I said, this goal has been already set. Before I could start looking at that, probably it may be my children. You can see in my seminar place today, my son is presiding things. You know, he's giving seminars. Maybe he will go for athlete. But my ambition and my dream has to be to become a diamond manager or further to a national director. That is my resolution. So you must have your dream. And all these things, progress does not come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. You know? So you must do it. People who want to spite you, you want to share your flyers, people who abuse you and all that. Just don't worry, because there is yes up there. You are getting closer to your yes. Trust me, if you don't quit, you must win. So do it. So that is what you have to do to grow in this business. Recruitment and sales. But when you recruit, you know, and grow, you know, as the people who have attained team managers and senior managers, what they are reaping. So you need to do it. That is the only way. And we are growing higher and higher and higher. We have just talked about, you know, dollars and all that. You know, changing to dollars because we are going internationally. So we must all work hard to achieve all these things. Let these, you know, testimonies and not be in vain. Let it not be in vain. I hope it will not be in vain. We must work, all of us must work hand in hand to see that we grow the, you know, organization from strength to strength. We must pray fervently for our founders. You know, we thank God so greatly when God planted both of them into this part of the planet. Tell me what I would have been if not because of this couple. So we bless God for their lives, and may God continue to bless and strengthen them through Christ our Lord. May God bless every one of us who are aspiring to go to the next level to achieve that through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Thank you very much. Please, can you put your hands together for him? If you're not clapping, something is wrong somewhere. You can do better than that now. Come on, come on. Those of you standing, thank you. I love you guys. You know what to do at the right time. Thank you. You can do better. You can do better. You can do better. After an amazing outing, I think we should be on our feet and always clap. One more time, please. Can you put your hands together for Mr. Cyril, Mgba? Thank you. Please, you may be seated. Thank you. One of the words. Thank you. May be seated, please. One of the words he said that caught my attention. He said that progress does not come from what you do occasionally, but it comes from what you do constantly, consistently. Yes, consistently. So keep that in your mind. Don't just do it occasionally. Don't just do it because after this whole danger, all of us just going to be doing it. And when there is one or two, we now, mellow down, right? We mellow down, right? And when we are not hearing anything, we just go cold again. Remember, it's not what to do occasionally, but what to do consistently. We're going to take 3 questions. Please, if you've written your question, let me have them very quickly so that we can move forward. Mr. Dio, please help me collect questions. The questions, please. Please, let's have your questions, please. Let's make it snappy. Mr. Let me have the one you have already. Okay, 2 in 1 question. Mr. Cyril, please, let me have you again. Check. Okay, just hold this mic. Okay, if I say, please, sir, who held your hand to stand? Does PV 1650 registration count for you? Does the 1650 PV count for you? 1000 is not 1 PV, just 1 PV.
1 PV, yeah.
Okay, no. I want to get it. Is it that when you register 1050, does that PV count for you?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Okay,
the
then.
Other question is what?
Is it what to make you stand? Who hold your hand to stand?
Well, is the constant testimonies that are coming from those who succeeded before us. That is exactly what I mentioned earlier. Testimonies of people, we have seen people saying they received a lot, and screenshot the alert and posted it. It's a great testimony. People are closing deals. People are making massive recruitments through such things, In this business, again, for all of us who are already, we all know we are all PBOs. You don't eat all that you have. I didn't mention that. When you say 10 million and make about 1.4 or that after tax and VAT, put some money aside to use to groom your team. Yes, you must do that. Like I'm a Catholic, I approached my Reverend Father and said to him that this young you are seeing are able men and women. I want to,
ladies and gentlemen, please can we
to
all be upstanding to quickly welcome the president and CEO of the Pwan Group as he joins the visionary speaker.